Hello and welcome back to another Hothead 444 mock. I was about to say set review. No, unfortunately here in New Zealand, set reviews won't be happening until at least February, because that's the release date for Aussie and New Zealand with the new LEGO sets for Season 3 of Dragons Rising. But anyway, forget about Dragons Rising Season 3, let's take a trip back to Season 15 Seabound. Yes, I call it Season 15. Fight me. Anyway, this is a MOC of Wojira, because as you can see on your screen right now, the build for her is extremely lackluster and only a third of the parts. Actually, not even that. It was packets 2 and 3 of 9. So, yeah, nah. That's not even a third of the build. So, I thought, why not actually do this thing justice and create a bigger version? And that's just what I've done. Now, I have had to... These wing parts weren't exactly teal, they were more of a light blue. Kind of like the dark azure that you see on Nia outfits nowadays. They were that colour because that colour matches the show better, but I had to redraw them as I built this thing roughly 3 years ago, and yeah, it just faded over time, so yeah. Anyway, let me take you up for a closer look. Now, for the head here, it's actually quite good, I reckon. Probably the best part of it. So we have 2 points of articulation here, because of the type of joint I've used. We have one more at the base and one more higher up, kind of like how a human head is, really. And yeah, that amount of articulation means that the head can do some pretty crazy stuff. And also, because of the light tan and the black he used here, I reckon it's pretty decent in comparison to the show. And I've also added in some jaw movement as well. Apologise for the fly crap, that's what happens to LEGO builds after they sit on shelves for years on end. But yeah, that's about as far as it can go. There's a little tuft of hair down there, a little goatee for her. Don't know why females would have facial hair. They're not supposed to, really. Now here, I've actually managed to put both amulets on Wojira's head. Because unlike what the show actually did, well, not the show, the sets did, they had both of them. Well, you couldn't even fit both of them on there. You simply had to have one on the chest and the other just in the temple somewhere, so yeah. But I've managed to put the wave amulet here and the storm amulet back here, between the horns. So yeah, you can put both the amulets on Wojira's head on this mock. But that's not even the best part. Because, you know how Wojira's eyes are closed and then they turn blue when they're awake and then red when hypnotized under Kalmar's control? Well, I've factored that in too. So as you can see, we have the blue eye right now. There you go, I can see it there. If you take the wave amulet off, you can actually slot this piece out and interchange it. Say if you want her to be under Kalmar's control, put a red one in, and boom. Pop the wave amulet back on, and yeah, she's now under Kalmar's control. Or, say this was her for 1,000 years. Put a black eye there, and she's now sleeping. So yeah, that was one feature I definitely wanted to include. And I reckon I've done it well. So that'll just about do it for the head, really. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Apart from, say, the gold horns I could mention, which I reckon those are pretty good. So yeah, moving on. The neck further down, not much really to it, it's just continuing on the black and the light tan here. Which, yeah, I reckon that's done good. The back of it, just before we take a look at the wings, there we go, you can see we have a few dark azure, like, I don't know what they're called. You know the spikes that come out of her back? There were supposed to be 2 up here, but I lost them, unfortunately, so yeah. But yeah, I can't speak English. That's what those are meant to represent. At least I have editing powers. So yeah, and now for the wings. Just kind of take a look at this one real quick. I actually drew these back in 2021, so yeah, I reckon they're holding up nicely. And in terms of articulation, we have a ball joint for all of these. Well, in terms of colours they're holding up, well, the black. Unfortunately though, as you can see, over time, the holes I created start to rip. So yeah, that's one downside about this thing. And here's the other one if you were wondering, and unfortunately around the back, it's just ugly. But anyway, and yeah, we have this big ratchet joint for the neck area. Sure, could move down further, oh well. But yeah, can go back a decent way. That far, pretty much. So yeah. There we go. Clunk, clunk, clunking away. Now, the main base of the build is good, I reckon. We have a few black detailing pieces here, with these big pieces coming from Gorzan's mech way back when. We also have these Master of the Mountain pieces in black from the Mino creature in 2020. These pieces down here, I can't remember where I got those from, but yeah, just a few nice bits of detailing here. We also have these fins over here. This is also from the Mino creature, this bit here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover up the Technic, which is a little bit of a bummer, so yeah. And around the other side is pretty much the same, so nothing to mention there. Now, the underneath of this thing is a bit ugly, but at least you won't see it, so yeah. Now, this, up until here, is the rest of the build and the tail. Now, I have tried to include a feature. Some of you may recognise this from the dragons. The 2018 dragons had this. The ones from the first realm, and a few others had this too. Where if you turn this, the tail's meant to flick around. But it doesn't exactly do that. Just going to show you the full thing from back here. There we go, it's focusing. It kind of just wiggles. Even if I try to get it going. In fact, it's not really much better from here. Just, yeah. But I suppose it's on the ground and not in the air, so that could be it. But anyway, it's fine. Taking a look at the back of the tail is some more paper that I had to redo. Yeah, unfortunately the colours don't match now, but oh well. I mean, it's alright. Have a mini ball joint connected to an actual ball joint. Well, a regular sized one, so that's funny. And yeah, the gear is very exposed up here. But yeah. Yeah, so that was my Wojira MOC. Let me know what MOCs you'd like to see next. Well, what MOC should I create? Because in Dragons Rising there have been a few things that haven't, been realised yet. So, yeah. Hopefully I can create something from that, but if not, oh well. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts of my Wojira MOC in the comments below, and I'd love to see what videos that you guys actually want, because right now I'm just producing content I like. If you guys think of stuff that you think would be cool and you'd like to see, go ahead. Either reply in one of my community tab posts or reply on this video. That works too. Hopefully I shall be producing more videos this month. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.